Tortured Soul Movement is a soul organization where we're trying to help people do better. We're trying to set a better example for people our age, people older, and people younger. And we're artists in many different facets, you know?
The Tortured Soul Movement, to me, is everything, you know? It's family. It's about everybody that's been through something and even not been through something to come together as one.
TTSM, famous abbreviation. It's something you can't put a price tag on, man. It's something you can't pay for. It's something you can't. It's a vibe, and what I mean by that is TTSM is just something that you would have to experience for yourself firsthand. You come here, you walk through that door to that studio or that whatever we have going on, and it's something that I can't even replicate or even speak into words for you.
Tortured Soul Movement, it's a collective, it's a group, it's a collective of unique individuals. We're all bringing our sufferings together to find joy, because one of the greatest philosophies in the world that I came up with, that I thought of, you gotta swim through the deepest of sorrows to find the greatest joy. And sometimes it's too deep, so you need that helping hand to pull you deeper, just so you can find the greatest joy on the other side.
Tortured Soul Movement is a bunch of highly talented individuals who got together to make a change.
The Tortured Soul Movement, to me, that's family. Every time we gather around, it's all love, it's all family, unity.
Golden Vibrations, to me, are a lifestyle. You pull up with them, and you put them in everything you do. You know what I'm saying? Be it creatively, or physically, or emotionally to get you through the day. Golden Vibrations, man.
Golden Vibrations is the frequency TTSM operates off of, out of love and just purity. That's Golden Vibrations.
Golden Vibrations actually correlate with TTSM. What I mean by that is it's more of a feeling than it is an expression. You have to come in and sit down for a session. You don't have to speak a word. You don't have to, conjure in anything that's going on. You don't have to know any of the lyrics to any of our songs. You don't have to even chip in. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is sit down in a seat in our studio or wherever our gathering is and just feel everything that's going on around us. It's something that it gets me lost for words sometimes, the way that I try to explain it. And it's just something you have to feel. It's just something in the air that takes over you. You go from having a bad day or not being in the mood to do something, and you spend 5 minutes in that room, and I promise you, everything that you're thinking turns around. That hump that it's hard to climb over, that depression, that whatever you're feeling when it's first thing in the morning, mid-afternoon, whatever it takes for you to try to get out of your bed, if you're able to climb out of that and enter into that room, I promise you that everything will change.
Man, Golden Vibrations to me means a lot, because like Fel always says, I coined it, and it was just a feeling that I got. And everybody listening to specific things, it's all Golden Vibrations. It's all together. We're all one.
Golden Vibrations, that's the vibe. That's when you fucking come through somebody's essence and you feel the hair stand up on your arms. Or you walk by and you hear the music and you feel that shit vibrate through your soul, make you move your fucking hands.
Golden Vibrations are vibes you just don't find around. Once you come around the team, you start feeling them.
Living in a different plane, thinking different than what we were taught, than what people showed us growing up. Changing the vibrations around us, golden vibrations, higher frequencies.
Oh, Golden Vibrations, simplest terms, just happiness. When do you feel happy? When you got gold in your hands, when you reach the riches, that's when you're happiest. Riches is your heart, riches is the materialistic, riches is the mind. Whenever you reach that heightened point, that's when the vibration hits you hard. That frequency is so strong, your lips go up and it makes you smile.
Golden Vibrations is just the frequencies we be vibing on, you know what I'm saying? They golden all the time. It never fails, you know what I'm saying? Once we connect, it's just golden.
I've been through darkness, you don't know the pain I underwent. Cause I'm a legend, I'm forever gonna be relevant. Yeah, I'm a god, I don't fear demons cause I'm heaven sent. Shaking hands, bringing demons to the light again. I've been through darkness, you don't know the pain I underwent. Yeah, I'm lighting your way. Yeah, I'm lighting your way.
We change the narrative because a lot of times we aren't taught the right things, we aren't given the right information, the right tools to progress in life, and we don't have the right values. So it's imperative we change the narrative because of that and so many other reasons. The younger generations, the older generations, my generation not being taught the right things and not being taught anything. Like there's not enough put into us as individuals in society.
I think we just have to get out of the system that we're in, and we have to do it because nobody else obviously is doing it. That's why we have came together to do it.
You hear expressions, stereotypes, all sorts of things around the world, whether that's due to religion or racism or whatever's going on in the world. But imperative to change the narrative. Basically, that's the common goal or the common narrative on what people think that other people should be following, going by, or a guideline. And pretty much, if everyone was born into this world with a exact start point, like it's just, when you start a new game or you start a new whatever, something like a video game almost. Every video game has the same start point. Everyone has the same weapons or the same items or the same clothing or the same whatever. There's no advantage on either way. Some people are born into fame in the real world. Some people are born into poverty. It just depends on where you're born. And with that being said, there's no exact guideline on where you're supposed to end up in the real world. If everyone was given a fair chance off the beginning and everyone was given a set initiative, then it makes sense to maybe have a guideline. But because of the way that we live in reality, there's no set guidelines. You don't have to be married by 30 or married by 25 or have children by this age or have to have a set job or a set career or make X amount of salary or whatever the case might be. Everyone has their own path, and everyone not only chooses but also creates their own path based on the decisions that they make. And it's imperative we change the narrative because everyone gets so abducted into these personas that they buy into, and it's just not how it is.
People taught us the wrong stuff, brought us down the wrong paths. And it's important that we teach the youth and the people around us that we can do great no matter where we're from, no matter what we were taught. And that's what TTSM is all about.
The same narrative that's going on is the same suffering that's going on. That's why a lot of people share the same diseases that we all carry, and it's dis-ease within the harmony. So to change the narrative, to get that happiness, we have to change the narrative. So that's why it's so imperative. If not, we're going to be stuck in a rut.
To be honest, I see a shift now happening, but I think it's imperative we do it where we're from. You know what I'm saying? I think what we're doing is really unheard of, and it's going to be real evident.
From all the politicians that make this world a hell for all of us to live in. Before we go out and try to destroy the system, we need to build ourselves up with knowledge, love, and wisdom, or else we'll be no different from all the politicians that make this world a hell for all of us to live in.
Yo, I believe we stuck in amber and we made of dust. If he is I and they are us, who dare I trust? I let myself down enough, I feel like giving up. But you inspire me tirelessly to lift me up. Uncharted waters, fear not today of tomorrow. Yesterday is the map today, divine and borrowed. Watch who you follow, unburden yourself from sorrows. In depth what you digest, ain't only that of which you swallow. Preachers teach